To As Told by Keita, and as promised, I am going to be coming in every now and again, maybe twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. We'll figure it all out. And I'll be dropping through to do story times or chit chats or whatever. And I'm going to try to wrangle some of my friends in with me, and there will be random conversations about random things because I like things and I like to share things and my opinions with people. So welcome to my channel, y'all. If you can go like this video, subscribe, hit that little bell notification. I think over here. Yeah. Go hit that little bell notification so you guys can be updated when I upload my videos. I would appreciate it. Like, share, comment, all that good stuff. My Facebook and my Instagram and my Snapchat will all be linked in the description below so you guys can follow me on social media because usually that's where I'm at. So, you guys, I want to talk to you about marriage. And I know that's a little deep considering this is my first time talking to y'all. But I do. I want to talk to y'all about marriage. It's a thing for me. I got married at 22 years old. And I want people to understand that it ain't about the wedding. That's just half of it. You get you get married for life. And I know people like, but there's divorce. And it is. There is divorce. And I'm with you guys. I guess. Not really. No, I don't believe in divorce. But I want to share my story. And hopefully sharing my story, sit up straight or whatever, so y'all can kind of take me seriously. Hopefully sharing my story will help somebody else. So, like I said, I got married at 22. I was young. I was young to people. Wasn't young to me. I felt like I was at the right age. I was at the age I wanted to be at to get married. So I got married. And I I lost sight of what I was even doing. Seriously. Like I was so obsessed with the wedding. And I was so irritated with the process. And my only outlet was social media, which was wrong back then. But I felt like I didn't have anybody to talk to. Everybody that was around me that was married was older than me, and I wasn't really comfortable talking to them. And then my friends weren't married. Like I said, I was 22 years old. Like we had just got out of high school not too long ago, and just started college for some of them, or new jobs or new adventures. And I'm just like, I get married, y'all. And so I just didn't feel comfortable talking to people directly. So I would go to social media and my Facebook and I would overshare my feelings and I would overshare what people felt like, oh, you shouldn't show that detail about the wedding or you shouldn't say that detail about the wedding. And I didn't care back then. And honestly, I still kind of don't care. But I definitely overshared my feelings. And in doing so, I hurt feelings. And I let the idea of the wedding consume me. I let it make me forget what this was all about. And it was about marrying my husband. And everyone else was so excited about the wedding and the details of it that it kind of pulled me down the rabbit hole with them. And so the stress was real. Anybody that's getting married and planning a wedding and you don't like running and elope the way I feel like I should have, you understand what I'm saying. There's bridesmaids that don't want to participate. There's family who don't particularly agree with your ideas or your choices or the way you're doing things. People feel left out. People don't feel loved. People feel it's all of a sudden everybody feelings become your problem. And as the bride, you're supposed to care. And I sucked because I didn't. I didn't care. I was really good at acting like I cared. But I didn't. I didn't care. I didn't care. I just was like, do it. If that's what you want to do, do it. You want to change your clothes? You don't want to wear your dress all night? You want to take your heels off? Girl, do it. Because I don't care. And that was the immaturity of me. Because now I look at my wedding pictures and I'm like, oh, I shouldn't have let her do that. Or, oh, I should have said something about that. And even now that I'm married, I've been married for 5 years. Even now, I realize that society has made us believe that the wedding, the party, is the more important part because what we're thinking is, well, we're together, we're getting married, so we're going to be fine. And the reality of it is, wow, I would hire a wedding planner. For real. I would, y'all. You should hire a wedding planner, right? Tell them what you want. Sign off on it after they show it all to you. And while they're doing the work on your marriage. Work on your relationship. Work on not having expectations of what a marriage should be. Work on not idealizing what you think your life is getting ready to be. Because let me tell you something. A curveball, a curveball will be thrown at you. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what you think you know about the person that you're getting ready to marry. Take it all out your head, throw it in the damn trash, because it's bull. And I'm not trying to down talk it. Just hear me out, okay? It's bull. Alrighty, okay? That boyfriend that you lived with for the past year before he proposed to you, when you marry him, you're going to really realize how much he plays Xbox. Yes, it bothered you when you were dating. But now that you're married, you have an expectation. You think he's going to stop playing Xbox. That girl of yours, the one that shop too much, she's not financially responsible. You know this as her boyfriend, but you think as a wife, she's going to become financially responsible. She don't. She doesn't. None of those things. Marriage doesn't fix those things. And TV, you guys watch, the Cosbys, or for my people in my generation, you guys watch T.I. and Tiny. You watching Love and Hip Hop with Yandy and Mendeecees. You guys watching Remy and Pat. Y'all think that is going to be your life. Like, y'all going to figure that out, right? You don't. Because the truth is, you're really getting to know this person all over again. Now, I have to get you to know you as my husband. And you have to get to know me as your wife. And you have to understand that the things that I may have tolerated as a girlfriend, I may not tolerate as a wife. And the things that he tolerated as a boyfriend, he's not going to tolerate as a husband. So there needs to be communication. And seriously, it takes a year for some to plan a wedding. If you take that year and put your energy into that relationship, or if you put just as much energy into the relationship as you do that wedding, because what happens is you put all that energy into that wedding, so things that you should probably be handling in your relationship, you kind of letting go of right now, and you'll deal with it after the wedding, it's just going to be 20 times worse, y'all. It is. It's going to be 20 times worse, because you need to handle it before you get married, because marriage don't change it. You spend all this money for rings and gifts and dresses, and it doesn't change anything. It don't. Sorry to be the bearer of the bad news. Marriage is a full-time job, just like raising a kid or going to work or going to school. It's full time. There's no time off. None. And you got to work just as hard. Just as hard. Just because you get the ring, ladies, don't stop doing what you were doing. And just because she said yes, men, don't stop doing what you were doing either. You guys got to keep working. You got to keep communicating. You got to keep whatever it is that you did when you got him, you have to keep doing it. If you manage to keep yourself up while going to school and going to work and possibly having a baby just because you get married, do not give you a green light to now not keep yourself up. If you were opening doors and pulling out chairs and paying for dinner, gotta keep doing it. You have to. Do not let that wedding fool you. Do not let the planning of the wedding fool you. Do not think that just because you did all of this, and it's that idea of, I did all of this for you. I paid for all of this for you. So, what that mean? She owe you now? What that mean? He owe you now? They don't owe you nothing. They don't owe you nothing. You gotta keep fighting. You gotta keep. That's it. You got to keep keeping. You got to keep doing. You got to keep loving. You got to keep talking. Your communication needs to get better. Do not walk into it. When I say don't walk into it with expectations, that is literally what I mean. Do not expect him now, because he's married, to not hang out with his friends as much. Don't expect him now that he's married. Don't have expectations that are not realistic. And if you have expectations, I think you should talk about them before you get married. You should see if you guys can do that without the marriage. Because if you can't do it without the ring and without the wedding, without the paperwork and stuff, excuse me, y'all. If y'all can't do those things before, why would you be able to do them once you get married? Why would marriage change it? Doesn't make sense. But people think that that's how this works, and it doesn't. I had pet peeves about him before we got married. I still got him. I love him, but I've learned to love him through that. Like I've learned to just not be okay with it, but just realize that that's a quirk of his. And I love him so much that the quirk is just, it's not even worth arguing about. My husband's not he's not a big communicator. I'm not gonna say he's not good at it. He's not a big communicator. He's a Virgo. And they thrive for perfection. They thrive for it. So when you ask him a question and you ask him a random question, and it seems like it came out of nowhere, he'll look at you. And you go, that's a good question. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. And it used to piss me off. It used to make me so. I'm a Pisces and I'm a planner. I'm a planning Pisces, okay? And I'm organized for the most part of my life. I'm organized. So when we need to have conversations about certain things and I need a plan, I need him to be on board. He will wait until he has the perfect answer and he knows that he can do it and he knows that it's doable. Not just that he can do it, that the situation is doable. And then he'll come to me with a response. But by that point, I've already figured it out. And it used to piss me off. My first year of marriage used to piss me off. I'm smiling through it because it's memories flooding. But it used to make me mad. It used to make me mad that he would not have a plan. It used to make me mad that I had to plan the dates. But now, after being married for a while, I realize what it is. I realize that my husband just wants everything to be good. And he doesn't want to have to do it again. He doesn't want to have to try to figure it out later. He doesn't like to run into things like, unprepared. And so it takes him some time, maybe a week or two, to just get a plan and pack it down and feel good about it. And not just tell me what he think I want to hear so that we can move on. And now I appreciate that he doesn't just say crazy stuff to me. It makes me happy to know that he doesn't just go, baby, we gonna go wrangle the moon. We gonna pull it down. We gonna shrink it. We gonna sell it for $1 million and we gonna live out the rest of our days on the island. I am so happy that he doesn't just say whatever to me. I'm happy he takes his time. I mean, while it's some time, I'm happy that he takes his time so that when he comes to me, it makes sense and it's doable and we can do it. And we can do it as a team. I had expectations and I set myself up. I set him up. I set him up to fail. I set him up to fail because what was happening in my head was not the person that he was. I believed that because we had got married, he would change the way I needed him to change. And I don't know if he believed the same thing, but I had expectations of what I wanted. And I set him up to fail. When you get married, it's like you gotta erase everything. Everything that you think, everything that you feel. It's like you gotta kind of let it go. Because now you're starting over. You're starting over as a married couple.